Port Adelaide versus Fremantle. It may decide whether either of these two teams can really have a genuine crack at the flag. And it's a beauty to go.
It's 50-50, I reckon, even though it's in Perth.
A couple of key outs for Freo.
Yeah. Well, they're going to miss again, Fife and Barlow. But this is the more positive thing is the way these blokes are playing their footy again.
Well, they're back running, aren't they?
They are.
And we're talking about everyone running.
Yep.
52,000.
They're hard to stop.
505 witness this one, Jason. It's a great atmosphere. You wouldn't want to play a final against either of the Adelaide sides here with this sort of atmosphere.
No, they make a definite impact on the game, don't they? And I think they make it very difficult for the umpires as well. When you get that 50-50 decision and there is a crowd roaring with this sort of intensity.
On that point, Jason, I think I know the answer to this, but given the strength of Port Adelaide at home, do they go to finish fourth and get the double chance and then have to go on the road, or would they be content finishing fifth and having the home final?
I think you always take the double chance. They went to Sydney earlier in the year, they lost by a kick. It was a cracking game. And I think you've got to take the attitude that you're not afraid of anyone, and if going to Sydney in week one is what you have to do, you do it. Because if you happen to jag that one, then you've set up September on your own terms. You get the cleanest path through, you get the week off, and you're ready to go.
We've said a number of times just what a player Robbie Gray has become. Well, it would appear as if he's about to be acknowledged by the coaches, Mike. His performance on the weekend, you'd expect he would get somewhere between 5 and 8 votes. So he has got the Coaches Association Award wrapped up.
He's well, it's stating the obvious now. But he's a very accomplished player.
I love his evasive skills.
Traffic,
look at that. Holding the ball in one hand, he stepped around 3 blokes.
Yeah.
He's exciting.
Yeah, no, he's one. Kenny Hinkley said on Friday night that Robbie Gray gets his 5 votes, so that means he's unbeatable. I want to ask you one thing about that. As good as Gray is and as accomplished as he is, he ran in and he had a shot at goal and kicked it off the right side of his right boot. Now, here it is here. Watch this. Now, players as good as him, aren't they two-sided?
Well, they are, and in those highlights moments ago, we saw him snap a goal on his left foot. But I think also some of the more skillful players try to finesse the ball on their natural foot more so than going to the opposite.
You don't agree with that, though, do you?
Oh, look, I prefer to use the opposite foot because you're balanced on that side, and I think you've got the best angle to use that foot from. It's a very touch and feel sort of kick, that other one, isn't it?
It is.
I want to just show you some vision about from Chad Wingard. No one has wrapped Chad Wingard up more than this program, but he's having a tough year and he's just got to be careful he doesn't let his emotions go. You can see him there, bottom of the screen. He's filthy that he doesn't get the ball kicked over. Then about 5 minutes later, he takes a chest mark. He doesn't even look around. He finally does, and the same bloke's in the square who says,
tit for tat.
Go back and kick the goal. And I think these are sort of things that if you've been a little bit frustrated, you've got to make sure that it doesn't permeate through.
It's a really good point, I reckon, because he distracted Robbie Gray.
He did.
Gray saw it and didn't know whether he'd done the wrong thing or not. You're suddenly putting something in someone's mind when his only task should be to kick the goal.
I agree. What I liked about Robbie Gray's decision was, even if he had have chipped it over, Chad Wingard's having the same shot for goal that he's having just from the other side of the corridor. It's no different.
But he had the hunger back, Wingard, didn't he? He wanted
did.
the footy.
He was a hell of a lot better than he has been, and he can still turn his season around with some big finals.